Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of The Spark. Hope you're doing fantastic on today. I hope that your day is off to a great start and that, everything is falling in place for you. And as we are in this holiday season, I hope that your holiday season is going well, that everything is just moving in the right direction for you. I am super excited that you have decided to spend quality time with me on today. And let me say this, that does not go unnoticed. When you make your comments, when you share, that really blesses me and encourages me even the more. And not only that, we're helping people around the world to be better, to go higher, to achieve more. And you are a big part of that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot say thank you enough for everything that you do. So on today, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt stuck? You know what I mean? Not moving forward, not achieving your goals, kind of in a rut, and you're just kind of hanging in there. Well, listen, I got something for you on today. I have help for you on today. You know what? People say, help, I'm stuck. And I have the answer for you that's going to help you become unstuck if you are, and then begin to move forward. So let me start by giving a definition of stuck so that we make sure that we're all operating and speaking from the same terms, the same page, if you will. Now, stuck means I'm unable to move from a particular position or place, or I'm unable to change a situation. That's what it means to be stuck as it applies to this lesson. So, what I want to do, I want to walk you through four simple steps. This has a couple of individual things that you need to do under each step. And we're going to get through this and we're going to help you to get unstuck if you truly are stuck. Oh, yeah. So let's get into this. So I said, help, I'm stuck. So I'm going to use the word help, HELP, to help you become unstuck if you are stuck. And one of the things that I understand about this is that a lot of times people feel stuck. They're in this certain situation, they're in a circumstance, and they can't seem to get any momentum to begin to move forward or to get out of it. So what do you do, David, when you're in that situation? You're the life coach. Tell me what I should do. Well, the H. The H means, do I hold on or do I hang it up? What do you mean? Well, okay, so I said if you are truly stuck, correct? There is a difference between feeling stuck and actually being stuck. Now, when I say you're actually stuck, the circumstances have not changed. You're not getting any better. You're not progressing forward. Nothing seems to be moving in the right direction. That's really being stuck. But what about if I have this feeling of being stuck? And my feelings are real. I got a right to them. So what if I have that feeling? Well, here's what I understand about your feeling stuck, that is. It is a judgment of unwanted circumstances, which has caused me to feel like the circumstances will not change. Now, it's a feeling, so you got to be really careful when you deal with your feelings. You have a right to your feelings. I'll be the first one to say that. You have a right to your emotions and everything. Now, just because I have a right to them doesn't necessarily mean they are correct. So what I've got to really do, I got to really look at this, and I got to make sure that my feelings are not holding me hostage to my current circumstances in life. So what I really need to understand, that if that begins to happen, I can get in a spiral. Because remember, I teach you that if you have a certain feeling and you stay in that feeling, it becomes a mood. And if you stay in that mood, it becomes your personality, which I say is your personal reality. And so what you got to understand is that I really have to know whether I am truly stuck and I need to hang it up, or if I'm feeling stuck and I just need to hold on and get to a new level. So what I want to encourage you through with the H, excuse me, is are you gonna hang it up? Are you really stuck? If so, then just hang it up and move on to something else. But if you are feeling stuck, I want you to hold on. And I want you to let this feeling cause you to do the next thing, which is E. I want you to explore the emotion of each event. What do you mean? Well, let's look at it. What does this event mean? That's what you got to ask yourself. You got to ask yourself some tough questions, and you got to be willing to answer those questions. You have to explore this. Now, I told you that you're either going to hold on or you're going to hang it up. Well, you got to explore this event, this circumstance, whatever the case may be, to ensure, like, wait a minute, is this just an emotion from the event? And do I need to examine that? And do I need to make sure of where I'm at? Why do I feel this way? I've got to ask myself that question. And you are the best person to answer that question. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting help. That's why I'm a life coach, because I help people. But the truth of the matter, and what you have to come to understand, is that you have to go in and you got to look at this and you got to explore it. And you got to say, wait a minute, the emotion of this event, what should I do about it? What should I do about the event? What should I do about the emotion? Because many times what we will do, that's what's causing us to be stuck, is because we won't take any action. We won't look to work through it. So I got to do what makes me feel better. I'm telling you, that's what I need to do. I need to do what makes me feel better. Now, I'm exploring this and I'm looking at this and I'm coming up with some things that's going to help me to feel better about this situation so that I can progress forward. Because I'm telling you, your actions follow your feelings. So when you explore the event, you explore the emotions, you are now able to say, okay, I know what this event is. I know what the emotion behind this event is, and I know what is causing me to do. What I need to do, I need to examine myself. Look at all these E's. I need to examine myself in order that I can know really what's what. Is this just a temporary thing? Am I really in a situation that I cannot get out of? And I've got to do what makes me feel better. I can't do what the world wants me to do. I can't do what other people want me to do. I have to do what makes me feel better. So that leads me to the L. The L means this right here. You got to learn from life. Oh my goodness. Life is a great teacher and time is a great storyteller. So if I understand that, if I can learn from life, okay, then what I can begin to do is to look at this and say, you know what? I got some options here. Yes, that's right. I can determine what makes me feel better, and then I can do that. And let me share this with you. There are many options out there. That's why this help is based on you helping yourself. You know, when I was growing up, people used to say, God helps those who help themselves. Well, I believe that. I believe God helps those who don't help themselves too. But I believe that when you get into cooperation and participation in the event, things begin to move a lot quicker. You have to determine what makes you feel better. And when you determine that, do that. A lot of times, the big thing is just shutting down the energy of the negative emotion. You got to learn how to do that. Now, the way I know how to do that, and I'll give you this, is one, I began to do something else, because my mind cannot focus on 2 or 3 or 4 different things at a time. So when I let go of that negative energy, of that negative emotion, by putting my attention on something else, that changes. Now, this is another way that I've learned to shut down the energy of the negative emotion, is to go to sleep. That's right. I said it. Go to sleep. Have you ever noticed that you could be thinking about something and then you go to sleep, that you don't think about it anymore? Now, what a lot of times what will happen when you go off to sleep, because that was the last thing on your mind, you will get the answer to your problem, to your circumstance, to your situation while you are sleeping. I tell people to give your mind a order to find you the answer, and it will. And a lot of times you don't even have to give it that order. If you've been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, your mind said, let me go to work and help you out. But one of the ways to shut down the negative energy is to, 1, do something else, or 2, go to sleep. Now, I said go to sleep, and people are like, that doesn't work, because when I wake up, that problem is still there. That's because you pick it back up. You had the problem when you went to sleep. Everything ceased, because that's what happens when we go to sleep. And then the minute you wake back up, you start right back in it again. This is what I mean by learn from life, because life is a great teacher and it will give you things, witty ideas, creativity, things that can help you out if you have the mindset to get the help that you need. So we've covered the H, we've covered the E, we've covered the L. Now we're going to cover the P. The P is this right here. Proceed with a plan that leads to progress. What? That's right. Okay. You've done all these things. Now it's time to act. Proceed with a plan that leads to progress. Oh boy, because you were stuck, or you felt you were stuck, right? Well, progress means that I'm not stuck any longer. Here's the challenge: progress. We want so much so fast that we don't even look at the small things. So this is what I do, and this is what I encourage you to do, and this is what I encourage my clients to do. Choose and develop a plan. Now listen, this plan doesn't have to be written in stone, because remember what I share with you, you get more on your way than when you first start, but you got to get started. Okay. So you're going to develop a plan. The next thing is get 1% better each day. That is progress. Yes. Get 1%. There's the percentages. Get 1% better each day. So I got a plan. I'm getting the percentages. Now what I got to do, I got to use this next P. I got to party. What are you talking about? Celebrate the small breakthroughs. See, we want this big, gigantic thing, and we want it to happen, and we want it all, and we want to, we just want to go right to the top. But you know what I share with you about that also? No one starts at the top unless they are digging a hole. So we may start here, but we're going to finish here. That song says, I started at the bottom, now I'm here. Well, that's what you have to do sometimes, but you proceed with a plan that's going to lead to progress. And so you develop the plan, you know the percentages, get 1% better each day. Then you're going to party. What do you mean? I'm going to celebrate the breakthroughs. Here's the next P of that. I'm going to package it. What are you talking about? 1, I'm going to value myself. That's right. I'm going to value myself. 2, I'm going to encourage myself. And 3, the third part of that package, I'm going to be myself. Oh, yes. When I do that, all of these things come together. There's your help for being stuck. We covered the H. We covered the E. We covered the L. We covered the P. And if you will begin to do those things, you're going to find that either one, you're not really stuck. You're just in a circumstance. And I say it like this: a circumstance is just a circle you're in. So take a stance somewhere else. So we understand that. Now I'm going to give you one big takeaway before I let you go. And here it is. Stop comparing yourself to others. You are unique in your own right. You are an individual. You've been uniquely made and created by your creator. And so because of that, you don't need to be comparing yourself to anyone. I say this: you're always going to find somebody doing better than you, but you're also going to find somebody doing worse than you. What you have to do is know you and value you. What you have to do is stop comparing yourself to someone else and be yourself and be all that your creator intended for you to be. And at that point right there, you haven't just received help. Now you can be help. Boy, that's good. So I hope that this lesson on today helps you tremendously, that you recognize whether I'm really stuck or I'm not stuck. I just feel that way. I know what to do. So take this and run with it, and do me a very big favor. Share this with someone. All right. We get to this season of the year and we start feeling all kind of emotions, and I get it. Okay. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to help somebody by sharing this with someone. And then from there, great and wonderful things are going to happen. All right. So I'm going to get out of here for today. I trust and believe that you have been helped on today. But remember this right here. Remember, you are the architect of your life. And I, Coach David, I believe in you. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. I'll see you next time. Bye.